Hi guys, my name's Jordan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm an online coach and classic physique competitor. This is going to be my journey going through 2023's prep. We're chasing the pro card this year. So last year I won the regionals in two bros, picked up a couple swords, really had quite a good year, but I didn't actually document anything. So there's no, other than kind of Instagram stories and the odd photo here and there, there's actually no documentation of what I did. So this year is going to be very different. Pre-workout, one bagel, 40 grams of jam, 10 grams of cashew butter. Right. Sourdough bagels, only one to use. I get to make sludge. Everyone asks me about sludge and I don't know why. I don't know why people struggle to make this. It is two ingredients.
So easy. Just
Yeah.
water and protein.
Water and protein. And yet I get messages quite a lot about it when I put it on my stories. Right. Sludge.
Run us through it.
Protein powder, a little bit of water, and stir until it is like an angel delight. Like, you can't go wrong with this. And yet so many people message me about it. There you go. Job done. There we are. And that's it. Two ingredients: water, protein powder. And because it's blueberry muffin, it's actually gonna taste good. Then, longest part of this is waiting for the fucking bagel to cook.
She's got to taste the same as almond butter.
It's very similar.
Is it?
Yeah. I slightly prefer it, but then I slightly prefer cashew nut anyway. But I can't stand peanut butter.
Really?
In fact, I can't stand peanuts. I don't understand people that can. And I know I'm weird and I can't be an official bodybuilder for hating peanut butter, but I just can't stand it.
You just don't fit the criteria, mate.
No, that's it. I've won a couple of shows, but because I don't like peanut butter, never again. You get people that just live on it and no. It's like the people that eat peanut butter out of a jar. Give me Lotus Biscoff spread, absolutely fine. I'll sit there and demolish that, but peanut butter, just, when my wife has it, I just want to gag when she's got it out. All of 40 grams of jam. It's filling. The only problem with this is it does stick to the roof of your mouth. Right, EAA's, whiskey, oh, I get it everywhere, of course I do. Whiskey and cola, and then we add carbs. Because I'm not allowed too many before, but apparently I can have them in training. So we've got 35 grams of intra-workout. Ooh, that's getting close. That'll do. Close enough, 1 gram off. Pre-workout, we'll mix it both. Unicorn blood. Action Slaves do some really weird flavors. So you've got unicorn bloods, scorpion venom, things like that. One of those. And because I need a pump. So exercise 1, rope pullovers. One of my favorites, just to completely open up the back to get full contraction. So I used to do pull-ups as my first exercise. I got too heavy to do them properly and needed the assisted machine. It's not an excuse, but I just prefer this for a complete back contraction. So I can then move into the next one knowing that I'm fully engaged, fully warmed up. I'm still out of breath, but yeah, so full warm up with this. It's absolutely fantastic. It's only 3 rounds. 10 reps, really focus on driving the elbows through. So many people grab ropes, grab anything, and they hold on with a death grip. The reason this works really well, you can just get your hands in and just drive your elbows through instead of really thinking about holding on. So find different ways to increase that contraction. It'll make such a big difference in your back development. Exercise 2. So I prefer rack pulls to actual deadlifts, mainly because I was about 6-7 years ago, I tore my back deadlifting. Physically fine, psychologically never recovered. So this for me just takes that little bit extra pressure off, and I know I can still get the same contraction in the lower back, same engagement in the lats, traps, everything that I need without touching the floor. So for me, much more effective, but when I'm coaching clients, I actually prefer to get them to do deadlifts if they've not got injuries. It's more functional, and everyone just likes deadlifting. It's that primal heavy feeling. But for me, this is much, much better after that injury. Like I said, physically I'm fine, but psychologically just never recovered. So we'll get into this. We've got 3 rounds of, I believe it's 8. I will double check. Building up to highest weight possible. So let's see how it goes. I'm actually going to check whether it is 8. I wrote the program and I still can't remember what's on it. So this one's the low row. It's one of my favorites because I get quite strong with this. Targeting that lower lat, giving you that really nice taper in. 1 arm at a time, 4 sets of 8 to 10. Really developing a nice squeeze with this. Hits that lat spread really nicely, which in classic physique is not one of the poses. And it really bugs me because it's probably my best shot. And this is probably the exercise that's built that, but brilliant exercise. Really, really lock in with this. So you'll see in the footage, really locking that shoulder in, stretching the shoulder forward, really driving the elbow back. When you train back, everything's about the elbow drive. So yes, you're holding onto a handle. Yes, your hand is involved, but it's that drive of the elbow backwards and slightly compressing down that's gonna get that contraction for you to really grow the lats. Like probably the most amount of change on me in the last year in this off season has been in my back width. And that is solely from focusing on elbow drive, not really thinking about where your hands are, not thinking about contracting with your biceps. I've got shit arms, so that's probably why, but it is that kind of really hard elbow contraction that makes the difference. And so for those that really want that nice taper, because look, every guy wants a big wide back. When you put a nice shirt on, that really tight feel on the lats, it feels really good. Really, really focus on your elbows. Nothing else matters. Forget about your hands. Put straps on, like, don't be one of those, oh, I can't use straps because it's gonna take away. Just get them on. Get heavy and get growing. Ooh. 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 Oh, that was heavy. That's it, that's the strength loss kicking in. That was 5 plates 2 weeks ago. And that's fucking heavy at 4. People like paper logbooks. I log everything on my phone. That way I don't lose it. And also I've got a child's handwriting, but I use my app because I can see graphs to show what my strength is actually doing. Because one thing in prep people get really worried about is losing strength. And if you can actually see live data on what's happening, you can actually make logical adjustments to your programming instead of just going, yeah, I feel like things are getting harder, I feel like I'm not recovering as well. If you can actually see the data, it just makes it so much easier to make smart changes to keep that strength going all the way through. Otherwise, you're guessing your way. It's not worth it. Okay. I am out of shape. Last exercise, preacher curl, most destroyed preacher curl. Just targeting the biceps. Right at the end of the session, they're already fatigued, so get in, get them done. Don't hang around with them. Like, one thing I see with training arms, so many people want to change the way that they do it. Just treat it like any other muscle. If you want to grow your arms, train it heavy, train it hard, get in, get out. There's no need to fanny around with super high reps or anything like that. Just treat it exactly the same as you would for the rest of your back workout. Get in, get heavy, get out. That's all you need to do. Oh, that's enough. That's just brutal. So I've actually dropped 2 plates on that. Food's really low. Performance is staying pretty high, but you are going to take knocks to your strength. You've just got to take it in your stride and understand that I've gone from 6 to 6,500 calories down to 3,000 on training days, and I think it works out like 2,200 on rest days. So my recovery is nowhere near as good as it was peak off season. My energy levels for training, instead of having 2 bagels, cookies, things like that, I've just got 1 bagel with a bit of jam. Like there's not enough to sustain that really high level of performance. So instead of beating yourself up over a drop in strength, just know that it means you're 1 step closer to being contest ready, being ready to achieve the goals that you set out, and just take it in your stride. Don't get really emotional about it. It's just part of the process.
Workout. Get it.
Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm dropping everything everywhere. So, protein, Cocoa Pops, standard bodybuilding. On the dot. Are you really a bodybuilder if you don't have Cocoa Pops post-workout? Or if you're hardcore, you have, what is it, potato and chicken only? Right, well that's just irritating. Open another one. So this year we're going to be documenting absolutely everything, what it's like not only being an online coach, but going through the prep journey and doing the things that I help guide people through. This year we're chasing the pro card. We're actually going out to compete for that. Obviously winning shows last year kind of set me up for that this year. So this is going to be a really in-depth, deep dive into what it's like going through this journey. There's plenty of content planned, so you'll get to see exactly what I'm going through pretty much in real time. So if you're interested in this journey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll take you along for the ride.